So, I'm currently sitting on the couch and I am getting ready to get up and go make some beef stew. It is going to be state of the art. I promise y'all, it is going to be bomb.dizzydizzy.com. Camden, come say hi. Hurry up. Camden wanted to say hey to you guys. Come around this way. Say yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So you ready for some beef stew? What are you eating?
Applesauce.
Show them the applesauce. Ooh, yummy. So anyway, we get ready to go get it cracking. Well, I'm gonna go get it cracking. Cam is gonna sit here on the couch, right, Cammy? If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like what you see, you want more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. So that way you can be uploaded each and every time I upload content and you could be part of the Zesty Pooh Crew. Yeah, baby. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. So this is my bowl of veggies that you're going to see cut down. I have some carrots over here I need to wash. I have some whole carrots. I also have celery, I have garlic, I have potatoes, I have bay leaves, and I have some fresh thyme, and I also have a nice onion. And so over here, I have my beef. Now you can buy stew beef, or you can buy, the stew beef that's already cut, or you can buy you a nice chuck roast like I did. And I'm just gonna cut it down in chunks and season it. So we're going to start with just cutting everything up for prep, and then we're going to get started on cooking this bad boy. So what you want to do first, if you have a chuck roast, is, like I said earlier, I washed it. I'm going to pat it dry a bit here. And then I'm going to just start cutting it down in chunks, and feel free to cut it down however, whatever size you want it in terms of your stew meat. So I'm just going to start cutting it alongside here. All right, so I'm going to start out with a pack of beefy onion. I'm just seasoning my meat. And you can let this marinate if you like, or you can do it right away. I always like to let my meat marinate. I'm also going to put some seasonal in this bad boy just because I like this seasoning. And I'm not going to have to really season my veggies. I'm putting some onion powder and garlic powder in here. I am going to hit it with just a little bit of olive oil, so that way the seasonings can stick while it's marinating. You don't have to go crazy with the olive oil, just enough to get it in there. Yeah. So here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start cutting up my carrots just like so. You can cut your carrots up big or small or however you want them. Oh, I lost one. Come back. You can blame it all on me. So I'm just going to cut these carrots down. And you can put as many or as little as you like. Like I said, I like carrots in mine. I like it like veggie. So now I'm going to go ahead and start getting this onion chunk down. I don't think I'm going to use the whole onion because I don't think I'm going to need the whole onion. I think I'm probably going to use half of this large onion. I don't know, and I might. It just depends on how much I can get off of this onion. Because some of it is a bit green, and I don't want to put that in there. So I'm going to just cut this down. Now, if you choose to use celery, you can do it however way you like it. I like to cut mine right down the middle of the stalk and just kind of roughly chop it here. Because once it gets cooked, it's going to be soft. And so I like that little bite from the celery. There we go. So. I'm going to do the other one the same way. You can do it however you want. Or like I said, you don't have to use celery at all. It's up to you. Alright, now lastly what I'm going to cut up is my potatoes. What is that little celery leaf? I like to cut mine up to where they're kind of just like so. If you got any loose ends on them, you can just cut them up, or you can cut them in quarters. It's however you like them. I don't know. We'll see. I'm torn. Yeah, I cut them up in quarters. That's what I do. So that's what we're doing. We're cutting them up in quarters, folks, and these have been thoroughly washed. All right, so I have a little bit of oil in my cast iron skillet here. Just gonna sorry about the scrape, guys. And I'm just gonna brown my beef. And you're not gonna cook it all the way through. You're just browning it on all sides. Probably about a good 3 or 4 minutes in there. Smells so good. Now that you've got a good little sear on your meat, you want to set this to the side for a sec. And then we're going to get those vegetables browned up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and saute everything together. This is all the vegetables that I had earlier. I'm going to get a good sear. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil on here, so that way it won't stick. And I'm also going to add a little salt, a little pepper, and a little garlic powder. And you can wait until it's over with to do this if you like. Get these good and brown. And you don't want to get them to where they're soft. You just want to open them up. It smells so good. I can smell the garlic coming through. So fresh. So I decided to go with a wooden spoon, so that way I can start scraping up some of those bits at the bottom of my cast iron. You don't want anything to burn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my meat back in with my veggies now that we've gotten everything open back up. I want to add everything back in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, baby. Right, Sally, right. Yeah, let's get it, baby. Oh yeah, this looks marvelous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of tomato paste. That's about 1/4 of a cup. Make sure y'all measure if you're new to this in terms of, you know, cooking or what so have you. I don't want you guys to overdo it. So I do have my oven set to 325. Now I'm also going to add in some Worcestershire sauce, and it's going to probably be about a tablespoon of it. That's all I had left anyway. It was perfect. So I'm going to say about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my potatoes back in. Well, in. They never were out. I'm going to go ahead and add my quarter potatoes in. Get this good and mixed up. I'll tell you what. This looks bomb.com. So, once you get everything mixed up, get all those flavors and veggies incorporated. Make sure everything is good. Make sure nothing is sticking at the bottom. You want to put some beef broth in. Now you can use water. I like beef broth, and so I usually fill mine up until it's like covering right over my stew. So once you get your beef broth in, you want to make sure you scrape up any bits that may feel like it's stuck in there, and you just take your spoon and you just kind of like give it a nice little scrape. And I may have to add a tad bit more beef broth in here because I want it to be like covered. I'm going to let this come to a nice little simmer. I'm going to keep it uncovered. I'm going to let it come to a nice simmer. And we're going to see where we're at. I am going to add some thyme, fresh thyme, and bay leaves in here. There we go. Those bad boys in there. And I'm just going to push it down. And we're going to bring it to a nice little simmer. Once it comes to a simmer, I'm going to place it in the oven covered. And I'm going to give it about 2 to 2.5 hours. Contingent on, you know, where the meat is at. I am going to check it every hour until it's done. And then whenever I get down to that last hour, like I said, I'm going to check it every 30 minutes until the meat is tender. So let's let this come to a simmer. Put it in the oven. That's all she wrote, folks. All right, so we got that nice little simmer. So now let's go ahead and turn it off. Cover her up. Pinch myself just to see if I was awake. So we're going to put her in the oven. Like I said, the oven has been preheating on 325. We're going to put her in the oven and I'm going to check her after. I'm going to give her about an hour and I'm going to stir. And then I'm going to give her another hour, stir, and then we're going to monitor every 30 minutes from that point. And then the next time you'll see this bad boy. So I also have some cornstarch. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of cornstarch with a tablespoon of water. And I'm going to add it in as a slurry when it's completely done. And that's just going to thicken it up. If you don't want to thicken it up, you don't have to. I like mine a little thicker. So we'll see when we come back, peeps. All right. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So it's been 2 hours. And look at that. Look at that meat. So now I'm getting ready to hit it with that cornstarch slurry. And this is just going to thicken my gravy up. Well, my broth up. Oh, make sure you take out your bay leaves and your thyme. It'll resurface eventually. There we go. Alright, so that's all she wrote, folks. I'll just make sure I get out my bay leaves. Man, it was worth the wait, I tell you that. Alright guys, I got it plated up. Y'all know how I do. Zesty Pooh Crew in the building. So, this quote says, "The size of your problems is nothing compared with your ability to solve them. Do not overestimate your problems and underestimate yourself." Give yourself more credit, guys. Y'all got this. Whatever it is you're going through, believe in yourself. Try to reach deep down inside and discover what you're really made of. I love you guys. And until next time, peace out.